NFL jersey deals as low as $73. The way that you get it, by going to chatsports.com/NFL jersey. There's rookies, there's the old vets as well, and, well, a player that's right now running in the MVP race, Kyler Murray. If you need a new jersey, the easiest way to get it and for the best deal possible is by going to that link that you see below. For those of you watching this live right now, we'll throw that in the live chat. It's also going to be in the description, chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Remember to get on the show. You can use hashtag NFL or super chat like Mr. Enrique. What's up, my dude? Hey, Tom. I drafted Kamara, Tyreek Hill, and Lamar Jackson in this order in my championship draft for fantasy football. Thoughts, steals, hashtag Mitchell.
I'll actually let you take it to start since you are the resident fantasy expert here.
Personally, I absolutely love that start. I think Kamara is a top 5 running back in PPR. Tyreek Hill is a top 5 wide receiver for me. And Lamar Jackson, if you can go out and get Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, normally I'm a wait on a quarterback type of guy. But those two dudes are totally different in a tier of their own, so I absolutely love this.
I got Tyreek Hill in round 2 of my main league,
Baller.
so I'm on board with that one as well, my friend. Good picks, I think.
Jeff, what's up, dude? Who's the better tandem, the Bosa brothers or the Watts brothers? That's a cool question.
It's the Bosa brothers.
It's the Bosa brothers.
Because JJ isn't as healthy as he once was.
All right, so JJ and TJ in their prime, or Nick and Joey
if they are both individually in their respective primes, it is the Watts.
Okay.
Because JJ's prime was just unreal.
It was bananas.
It was awesome, and TJ's prime has been pretty damn great too. I think that the younger Watt and both Bosas are fairly even in terms of what their primes were, but JJ's the one who sets it apart.
Rashard Lee, you're next up here. Thanks for using hashtag NFL. Do you think the Cowboys get Jalen Ramsey next offseason?
I wouldn't get your hopes up for it for a couple of reasons. A, when was the last time the Cowboys paid big money to a cornerback or, heck, any secondary player? Brandon Carr is the answer there. He's also the answer to the last time the Cowboys paid a big-time outside free agent. That's not something they've done very often. Also, they have to pay Dak Prescott, the quarterback. It's going to be a little tough to pay Dak upwards of $38 million per year and then give Jalen Ramsey record-setting money at cornerback. So, no, I don't think Jalen ends up with the Cowboys.
Next question is coming in from EB. Seahawks 14-2, 49ers 12-4, Cardinals 8-8, and then the Rams 4-6. I'm going to say something about that math doesn't check out.
Wild outbreak for the Rams caused them to miss a bunch of games this year. Somehow didn't impact the rest of the NFC. I'll pretend you meant 6-10 for the Rams, or
maybe.
No.
I don't know. 10.
I don't foresee Seattle going 14-2. I think that both the Seahawks and Niners will be very close to each other, and they'll finish right neck and neck just like last year. Maybe that's 13 wins, maybe it's 12 wins apiece, but I think 14-2 is a little bit high for Seattle.
Let's go to KC, the Sledge storyteller. Who is more likely to find a home, Jadeveon Clowney or Earl Thomas? All right, Tom, I like this question a lot. You know what, KC? We're thinking very, very similar here. So who's more likely to find a home, Jadeveon Clowney or Earl Thomas? And you know what? We're going to make this the pinned comment on today's NFL mailbag. So if you think it's Jadeveon Clowney, type JC. If you think it's Earl Thomas, what I want you to do is scroll on down and type ET. So I see some JCs rolling in here now. Tom, where are you going to go, JC or ET?
Tough question. I think I'll go Earl Thomas.
Ooh.
I don't feel confident in it, though.
Yeah?
Because I kind of thought both these guys would have signed Earl Thomas in the past 3 or 4 days, and I thought Clowney would have signed like a month ago.
I'm actually going to go with Clowney because Earl Thomas is getting that, I don't know, AB factor to me, and I do think teams are a little bit afraid of him. So I'm going to type JC, but hey, JC or ET, let us know. Another super chat rolling in here from David. You the man. Love the new updated picture of our FAB shirt, which is available to those of you that are watching this live as our pinned comment on our live chat. So trade Tom Compton for Harrison Graham, I'm guessing.
I read this as Harrison Graham, too, which I thought was pretty funny. I think the Niners say no. I think they could still kind of use him a little bit.
All right, David, appreciate the question. Absolutely love it. If you guys want to give the video a like, make sure you go ahead and do so. What up, Jacob? How's the family? How's everyone doing? One of our most loyal watchers. What is the chances that Lamar Jackson beats the Mahomes deal?
In terms of like the length and overall money, probably not.
Nope.
If you look at it from a per year perspective, like the amount owed over, let's say it's a 4-year deal for Lamar Jackson, I could see him getting more. It depends on when Lamar signs. If Lamar signs after this year, probably not. It means he probably took a little bit less. If he waits until he gets to be a free agent, yes. Assuming, of course, Lamar continues to play in the way that he did this past year, I think at that point, yeah, I think Lamar Jackson would beat Mahomes because the market doesn't go the other direction except for the running back spot. Quarterbacks, it's not going the other way. Yep. It's going to remain expensive. So there is a very real chance. It just depends on when Lamar gets his deal done.
Nabiat, what's up, dude? Terry McLaurin of the Washington Redskins, Washington football team, over 1,000 yards. Take a drink this season. I would go over.
I'm going over. I mean, he played in, 13 games more or less last year and had 919 yards.
The team's not going to be good, and he's their only option.
They're going to have to throw. He's their number one option. It might not be very efficient, but McLaurin, I think, will put up over 1,000 yards this season.
Matt Solomon is next up here, and man, Tom, he is getting his money's worth. So, Matt, I'm a diehard Raiders fan. Matt, if you are, go subscribe to our Raiders channel, youtube.com/Raiders Report. I'm also rooting for the Cardinals because I have a friend, Dan Arnold, that plays for them. Just wondering how you feel about the hype around him this year.
There has been some hype for Dan Arnold. There has to be a tight end in Arizona, technically speaking.
Okay.
Maybe it's Max Williams. Maybe it's Dan Arnold. I know some of the local Cardinals people were pretty darn excited about him. I am not sure just how featured he'll be in the offense, but I think in terms of like surprise breakouts or sleepers, I think Arnold does make sense for Arizona.
Jarryd Sanchez with one of my favorite movies. Shout out to Deadpool. Will the Steelers' defense be the best in the league this season? So I've actually already made a video about the top defenses in the league.
Where'd you rank
the Steelers? Were on there. I believe I had them at number 6.
Oh, that's right, because you were too low on them.
Oh, I'm too low on them.
Yeah, you were too low.
So I guess I'm a hater. I absolutely love their linebacking core. I think it's the best in the NFL. But for me, I do anticipate a little bit of a step back because they had so many touchdowns. They had so many turnovers. I think they take a little bit of a step back.
Yes, I think from that perspective there might be some regression. They also might look better because the offense should not suck as much this year.
You're not
Defense
wrong.
is more inconsistent from a year-to-year perspective than offense is, outside of a legitimate handful of exceptions over the past decade or so in the NFL. Right Bears, right Jags, those guys know what I'm talking about. I do think, though, Pittsburgh will have a top 10, top 5 defense this year. There's going to be some factors to determine just how high, but Jarryd, you should feel good about that Steelers defense.
If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. We cover NFL rumors. We cover NFL news. We also do NFL mailbags, which is basically us allowing you to ask questions. We throw them up on the show, and we do our best to answer them. We also go live every single Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck on YouTube for NFL videos every single day, I guarantee you it's Chat Sports. So if you haven't already, go ahead and click that big red button that says subscribe. Next question here is coming in from David. What's up, dude? Do we need a center because Brunskill is not going to work? Is there one out there?
Yeah, great question, David. Just so I'm sure not everyone knows what's going on here. The Niners are a little, I'll say, thin at the center position, which, yeah, it happens right now. I think that the Niners should explore another center addition. They better hope that their current options stay healthy. The issue is that it's not great.
The one player I'll throw out there.
Magnuson? No, probably not.
One player I'll throw out there, he retired, or he got Justin Britt.
He has had injury issues.
He's had injury issues.
He did visit Seattle recently to kind of explore that again. Britt could make some sense there. I think for San Francisco, what might make the most sense is maybe you see who gets cut around roster or try and trade for someone if you are concerned about the depth.
When are you – wait.
Where are you at
on the Seahawks? Should I bet them?
I think you mean bet on them. In terms of NFC West, I think that's a pretty good bet.
They're my team to win the NFC West, and they're, in my opinion, the best team in the NFC.
The Niners have, and being in that same division, helps kind of keep the odds more favorable to Seattle.
Okay.
So I've got no problem betting for them on the NFC West. I think the Super Bowl odds are decent enough as well that it makes sense. I think you're right. I'm not convinced Seattle's the best team in the NFC.
Who's better?
But I think the Saints. I think the Seahawks are maybe the Niners too. They're kind of right there.
See, if the Niners didn't have the amount of injuries that they did,
I think they'll be okay though. Either way, I
injuries,
think Seattle is a top 5 team in the NFC this year, or in the NFL this year, top 3 in the NFC. I'd go ahead and bet on them if you want to try and make some money.
Or if you also want to make another bet, Russell Wilson, MVP.
He's going to do both.
What up, Juan? Cowboys 13-3, Eagles 9-7, Giants 8-8, Washington 6-10.
A little high on the Giants there.
That's the one that you say they're high on.
I think the Cowboys are more likely to win 11 or 12 games than 13. Also tough for me to see a 13-3 team, a 9-7 team, and 8-8, 6-10. I think you might see a bit of a lower results there for Giants and Washington. Can't say they are with anyone won.
Well, Zeke, one of the top running backs on the Cowboys. Saquon, one of the top running backs on the Giants. Eagles fans might be like, hey, what about Miles Sanders? Who's going to lead the NFL in rushing yards this upcoming season? Throw it down there in the comments section. Last year, Derrick Henry led the league with 1,540. Next was Nick Chubb with 1,490.
I already put my money on Nick Chubb. I took him in round 1 of my fantasy draft, too.
Woo.
7th pick.
Oh, man. Chanel goes Chris
standard,
Carson.
By the way. I'm all in on Nick Chubb.
Chris Carson, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Zeke. For me, the top 2 people that I'm going to vote for, I'm either going to vote for Derrick Henry again or watch out for Josh Jacobs. I honestly truly believe there's been plenty of reports out there of Gruden saying that he was upset he didn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So for me, I'm going to put my money on Josh Jacobs. Speaking of Josh, if you need a Jacobs jersey, go to chatsports.com/NFL jersey. You can get these as low as $73. So maybe you wanted to bet on Saquon Barkley leading the NFL in rushing. Guess what? You can go get his jersey. Or I saw a lot of people saying, hey, what about Christian McCaffrey? I love me some McCaffrey. Now, total yards, yeah, I'm going to go him.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
Rushing yards, I won't go him, but still unbelievably talented running back. If you want high-quality NFL jerseys, you can get them as low as $73. All you got to do, go to the link that you see below. We'll also put that link in the comments. It's also going to be in the description. Rep your favorite player. Rep your favorite NFL team. The only place to do that and get the best deal is by going to the link that you see below, chatsports.com/NFL jersey.